up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is your review for Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion Season 2, Episode 5. Excuse me, Episode 6. So, we start the episode off. We have Booby and Brooke checking in with Sin and, Brooke and Marcus checking in with Sin and Booby. They said that, the bonfire the night before got a little touchy-feely, and, they just want to check in. Sin said she's all good, she kept it cool because, the thing with Erica just always gets to be too much. And she was like, at the end of the day, I don't have no problem with Erica. Like, Erica's the one that keeps coming for me, that wants beef with me. I don't have no issues with her. Like, I don't even know what she's talking about. Then we have, Booby and Marcus once again just kind of checking in, like, glad that they were able to get past their issues, glad that they're in a better space because, at the end of the day, it could have been something else, right? So then we see Stevie J, who done brought his whole studio with him down to the spot, checking in with Peter Guns, and, they're friends from way back, they go all the way back to the 90s hip-hop, and, Stevie was saying how, he need to check in with Mimi because he got the invitation from Jonathan, but Mimi ain't calling him. He said, I thought me and Mimi was good, but maybe there's something going on because, I ain't get the invite from her, and I need to make sure that me and Mimi are good because we got to be good for our daughter. And I'm thinking, boy, girl, whatever. So the ladies have this, they've decided that they're going to split the people up. So the guys are going to have a guy day. The ladies are going to have a lady day. So the ladies are going to the spa. The guys are going out to play some water sports. They pulling out the jet skis and all that good stuff. And it was a fun time. They got on the jet skis and the boats and stuff. And then after they did that, after Peter almost got lost at sea, they thought Peter's ass might have been gone somewhere. He showed back up, but I guess he went out a little too far at one point, but he came back and everything was good. The guys went to go play some cards and some dominoes and, just chill out, smoke some cigars and stuff. And they ended up getting into a conversation. They asked, Safari what's going on, how things going with him and Erica. And he said, honestly, we're the best we've been in a long time. Like this is really the best that we've been around each other in a long time. And I'm just enjoying it. And they got into a conversation about infidelity, and Peter was like, listen, I don't know what it is about me that I just can't stay faithful, And they were like, well, you don't think you've ever met the one? And he was like, I have met the one, and I screwed it up. Like, yes, I've met women that probably could have been the best for me, but I screwed it up. So, at the end of the day, I just don't know. And then, Marcus, he was talking about how we've basically given too many excuses. Like it's a problem that our men just can't stay faithful and that we can't, be good men to our wives. And so they were like, so you ain't never been unfaithful? He was like, yeah, I've been unfaithful. He was like, I've been unfaithful in my marriage. He was like, but at the end of the day, I know it's wrong, and I know that we've got to do something different. We got to figure out something different, But I thought it was a good conversation because I felt like the guys were being open about the fact that pretty much all of them have cheated. Even Jonathan was saying how, because I didn't know Jonathan had been married, and he said that he had been married and he was unfaithful, and he realized that he never ever wanted to do to another person what he did to his, in his marriage, and so he said that he just didn't want to do it again. And so I just think it's an honest conversation that the guys had. I thought they had a really good day. And it was a really good, a really good outing for them. So then the ladies were at the spa and they did yoni pots and, they did yoni pots. I don't feel like they really talked about a whole lot. I mean, they talked about what do they do when they get horny? What you mean what you do when you get horny? Like, what do women do when they get horny? Like, I feel like that was a dumb question that the producers told them to ask because the hell? Mimi said she keep her boyfriend in her drawer. That's what most women do when they get horny. So then Amina was talking about looking for love, and they asked her was she open to being with women because her and Erica had that whole little tongue kissing with the whipped cream situation at the little sex party, and she said that she does like women and she has experimented in the past, but at this point she doesn't want to, she loves men more, and um oh, excuse me, and so they had that conversation. So then Yo-Yo was asking, Amina, do you think you and Peter will ever get together? And she was like, no, because Peter loves Tara. And that was a hard realization that I had to accept, when I left New York, when I moved, when I left New York, like I knew that I would never have his heart. And while they're having that conversation, Shakana is over on the other side trying to convince Tara to give Peter another chance. Talking about something, I've seen growth in him. You was cussing that man out on the first day, talking about how horrible he was, calling him all kinds of Freddy Kruegers and stuff. And I'm like, now you trying to convince this woman to get back with him? Girl, Shakana, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere. But as the spa day is over, Erica's phone starts blowing up, and she ends up getting a message where some woman that Safari bought a drink for at a restaurant, she posted on Instagram that he sent her a bunch of roses. Now, of course, Erica goes from 0 to 150 because she immediately looks at what the blogs are saying and she believes it. She said, listen, that's his thing. He sends flowers. When he was courting me, when he was trying to get to know me, that is what he did. He sent me flowers. So I believe it. Like, that's what he does. And we know that he was caught up at the restaurant with this woman because allegedly, I already knew about that before we got here, and allegedly this was just somebody that sent him a drink, and he went over to the table to talk to her a little bit, but nothing happened. He wasn't on a date with her. He was already at that restaurant. She sent him the drink, whatever. Here's the issue, y'all. Here's the problem. Amina was like, girl, I understand. You right. He's shown you who he is. He can't be trusted. He just keeps messing up. Now, I feel like Amina is projected a little bit of her situation on to Erica because she said, I know what that felt like when I was messing with Peter. I would find out stuff through the blogs all the time, and it's very hurtful. And, she told Erica what finally made me leave Peter for good was when my daughter came up to me and wiped my tears away, and she was 1 year old, could barely talk, but, her seeing me in pain like that, it was very hurtful. Erica, of course, like I said, is on 20. She's like, oh my goodness, I'm just a fool. How many times is he going to make a fool of me? How many times is he going to make me look stupid? Now, my thing is this. Mimi came in and was like, okay, but Erica, listen. What you have to understand is that happened before y'all got here. Like, before y'all got here, y'all weren't in a good place. Y'all weren't together. You had filed for divorce. So anything that happened before y'all got here, you can't be mad at him about, because it was before y'all got to where y'all are now. Like, y'all talked once he got here. And honestly, I thought Mimi brought up a valid point. Like, even if he's guilty, which he probably is, it happened when y'all weren't together. Like, yes, technically you were still married. I get that. But y'all weren't together. You said he abandoned you. So if you're willing to try to work things out with him, it started when he got here. So my thing is, it's really not fair for you to hold something against him that he did before he got there. You knew he was a dog. You knew he was cheating. You knew he was out in them streets. Because that was part of the reason why you filed for divorce. So now you want to get mad, and I get it. You're humiliated. You're embarrassed because you've been walking around on cloud nine for the last however many days, and now this shit done hit the blogs, and now you're embarrassed. I get that. But at the end of the day, it's just not fair to hold him accountable for something that you know he was out there doing. And she got mad at Mimi and put Mimi out. Now, the flip side of that is, you can't believe everything you read in the blog. Just because somebody posted it doesn't mean it's true. Just because somebody said it happened doesn't mean that's what happened. But anyway. So so Stevie J goes to talk to Safari. Stevie J of all people, but Stevie J said he knows what it's like to have his relationship play out in the blogs, and he just wanted to check on Safari and make sure he was good. And Safari was like, he's just tired of the roller coaster. He's tired of the roller coaster. He's tired of the up and down. It's just too much for him. So later on that night, they're going to have a jam session. They have a lot of musicians there. I mean, it is called Love and Hip Hop, child. So Stevie J brings all his instruments down, and they end up having a jam session. We got to hear Brooke's voice, which I love Brooke. Brooke, Peter did a little rap. Amina sang. Amina's got a beautiful voice too. Yo-Yo did a little freestyle. Stevie was doing whatever this Stevie does, child. Safari even went up there. He said even though he feeling bad and he feeling how he feeling, he said he still feel like he need to go up there and do something. So he went up there, and while he went up there, the story that Erica had already been tagged in, everybody starts getting it. Everybody starts getting it. And now here goes Shekinah all in Safari's face talking about something. I was defending you, and what's this about? What's that about? And Safari was like, here goes somebody else in my business. Like, and I feel where Safari's coming from, because at the end of the day, whether he is guilty or not, the last thing you want is everybody now pushing their judgment on you, which I'm sure is the same way that Erica was feeling earlier, and she was embarrassed. Like, the last thing you want, again, you've been running around here like everything is good, and you and Safari in such a great place, and then here it is reminded of just how bad y'all situation is. Safari really doesn't want to talk. I mean, you could tell he shut down. You could tell he don't really have nothing to say. Erica was like, all I want to do is get drunk. Stevie went to go check on Erica. The fellas was checking on Safari. And then here comes Cisco's ass. Now listen, at this point, I'm convinced that Cisco was sent in there just to be a problem. Because his timing is so off and his thought process is so crazy. It makes no sense to me. So he pulls Safari aside. He talking about something. I don't read the blogs. I don't know what's going on the shade room. But I still got something, me and him still got an issue. And as long as I got an issue with him, I feel like me and him need to talk. He's still bringing up that damn party that he invited Safari to that Safari didn't show up for. I thought we had already resolved that. I mean, you told Safari how you felt about it. Safari was like, my bad. What is it that you want from him? The party was damn near 3 years ago. Do you not see this man is in the middle of a whole nother crisis? Like, we done had a whole global pandemic since you missed that party. If you don't go sit your ass down, don't nobody care about you or that birthday party, okay? And Cisco talking about some, how you feel about, I told you how I felt about, the whole party thing or whatever. How you feel about it? Safari said, well, the way I feel is that I should have told you it was none of your damn business why I wasn't at that party. I said, I know that's right. You right, Safari. It was none of his damn business. So Cisco, now he looking like his little feelings are hurt. He like, but you made me look bad, and I don't appreciate that. You made me look bad. Safari was like, listen, bro, for real, I got way bigger fish to fry. I got way bigger things going on right now. That is not, I don't care. I don't need to know. It is not, like, if you don't go sit your ass down. And so Safari was like, listen, right now, the way I feel, I really don't care. Like, what is it? What you want? What you trying to do? How you want to carry it? And basically, security had to come over there and break it up because they was about to fight. Anyway, that's where the episode ends. We'll see what happens next week, child. Y'all let me know. Peace.